Let's talk about the Bimbo business model and sustainable environmental with my partner Daniela, who speaks to Felipe. We are 5 semester international business students. With this integrated project is aimed to define the business model of the company that is very well known throughout the world, such as Bimbo, which is why the research will carry out the environment company. It is an intended to reach very broad analysis to identify social, economic, political, or environmental problems that influence the economic and business development of the country, identify the advantage or disadvantage of the selected business model, and impacts on the macroeconomic variables of the country. In addition to raising the problem towards the business model focus especially on the environment, how we can solve it and what effect it can have through investigation and its roots, and how Bimbo can help to impact Colombia in aspects through development sustainable. To carry out this the business model, sustainable development plays a very important role since it is alert to negative environmental consequences of economic development and globalization and tries to find possible solutions to the problems deriving from industrialization and the growth of the population. When impact when impact the interventions in one area will affect the results of others, and that development must balance environmental, economic and socially sustainable. The business model will have ambition object seekings as a result to help the Bimbo company and the country creativity, technology and resources we will need it to obtain a good effect. Research problem: how can we contribute and impact the Bimbo company through a business model that further improves the sustainable development? How does HDI affect and how does it affect ISO in environmental? Justification: the Bimbo company is recognized for environmental impact, for example, one of the more recognized advanced in distribution generation systems totally. The company will about the emission of more than 20,000 tons of CO2 annually. That is why we chose the company to carry out the project, since it highly recognized first for its products and secondly because it's a very sustainable company since it has many recognized. That is why we want to carry out the company the project. We want to identify the business model that provides even more benefits not only the company but also the country in general. General objective: identify the possible problems of the company and environmental level. In this way, to create a business model to generate an impact and generate possible solutions that lead to improving the sustainable development. Specific objectives: identify the main problems in the environmental level, establish possible solutions, generate a business model that impacts and improves the company. What is Bimbo? Bimbo is the largest bakery company in the world. Today, it has a portfolio made up of the 10,000 products under more than 100 umbrella brands. The more relevant in the terms of sales are Bimbo, Marinella, Arnold, Bloomberry, or Orbeat and Bersal, and highly recognized brands such as Thomas, Sara Lee, Internamol, Ricolino, Tia Rosa, Plus Vita, and the Prince Grupo Bimbo share are listed on the Mexican Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol Bimbo. In general terms, our variety of the products includes breads, buns, cookies, cupcakes, muffins, bagel, tortillas, salty snack, confectionery products, and the packaged foods, among others. What is Bimbo mission? Mission: delicious and nutritious foods in everyone's hands, boiled and sustainable, highly product and fully human company. What is Bimbo vision? Vision: transform the packaging industry and expand global leadership to the better serve consumer. What are Bimbo values? Good treat among your workers, community focus, global mission, diversity, effectiveness, con effectiveness, integrity, leadership, and transcendence. We do is Bimbo do to the production, marketing, and sale of bread, pastry, muffin, bagel, bros, bread, cakes, soups, cupcakes, saldas, tortillas, pizza base, toast, chips, salted snacks, confectionery, and packaged foods, among others. It has a production lines between salts and sweet, snap, sliced pastry bread, and the sweet lines, pastry, pancakes, and mixed line, punky and chocoso, pastry with filling at the topping, the penguins, the piolos, the brains, pequitas, spots, bimbolite, montecada, mixed rum cake, submarines, and bimbolate. Bimbo business model, it is a company that integrates social responsibility in production and in distribution where is a present, which allows it to align these economic, social, environmental objectives in the efficient and responsible manner. The company initial social responsibility should be by allocation a percentage of the profits to open and maintain the school. Over the years, the company has strengthened this type of initiative, uniendo al current of the problem economics, sembrando juntos. Based of the pillar of the real planet community and collaboration, each of the focus on the build a positive and lasting relationship with the company and the planet. Through the planet pillar, Group Bimbo seeks to reduce an environmental footprint in the operation under 4 lines of action and address the particular challenge of the industry in the terms of efficient use energy, water, waste, and sustainable process. These lines are carbon footprint, water footprint, integral waste management, and natural capital, respectively. At a global level, Bimbo Group has implemented a series of the practices such as a comprehensive waste management, rainwater collection, and reuse debt, as well as water treatment center. It has also achieved a significant reduction in emissions to any environment through a strategy base of energy efficiency through vehicle technology and incorporation of the renewable energies. Bimbo Group general strategy is based on acquiring of the competitor, which makes a more solid company and international leader of the packing industry, and with the long-term vision. To achieve a growth, consolidation, and sustainable of the business, Bimbo focus in strategies the following nation. Balance in quality and price, service of the consumer relators, talking advantage or synergies of the operational and logistic consolidation, development of the brand value, support and alliance with suppliers and strategic suppliers, growth and consolidation, international operation, innovation, product diversification, certification, improvement and innovation of the process, strategy and socially responsible. Bimbo has become the most important package company in the world. Its secret is the mixture of the logistic and financial muscle of the group-based acquisition. Taking into account Bimbo's business model is interpreted it has a best balance as a multinational company that does need allow to carry instant development. This company has a general sustainable approach to each and every one on the production quality plans. However, this approach is better development in May, which means that the business model to the proposed is not applied in the same way. Weights of the plans. The following image reflects the weather care information. Economic sector in Colombia is identified the Bimbo Group belongs to the secondary economic sector. Secondary sector industrial. These includes activities in which products are generally transformed from the primary sector or from the semi-secondary sector. Such is areas of the production of processed foods, plastic, textile, among others.
Problematic. The Bimbo company stands out too much for the quality of the products. One of the most important lines are the pastry lines. The problem that we can find is based on the consumption of water. Too much of water is used between signs of reference, wash the molds and package machines. Environmental impact. Water is the most important element for life. It is of vital importance for the human being as well as for the rest of the animals and living beings that accompany us on planet Earth. It is curious that 17% of the air is water and then 17% of our body is also water. In Colombia, 30% of the water is used for agriculture, Without water, there is no food, tons of space of edible fauna and flora also live in the water, which are the base of food for communities throughout the country. In addition, almost all business depend near or far on water, from river transport, construction, tourism, mining to hydroelectric plants, which produce 17% of the country's energy. The risk of water becoming scarce and unmanaged cost is real. If we save part of the water we consume, we will be saving energy almost in the same proportion. And a very family lays 1% of their income on water spends and more than 17% on energy, of which almost 4% directly proportional to water consumed. Opportunity. We went to a person one working in Grupo Bimbo to conduct an interview via message through the WhatsApp application, saying it orients us correctly to the opportunities for improvement in the mall's business. Based on this, the person tells us the great opportunity at the late or past lines in the environment field is main which the consumption of the water, because among reference to much all water is used to wash the baths, wash the equipment, wash the molds, packing machines. The unruly nine pastry consumes too much of water and has generation of waste such as garbage, jams and fillings. They are destined for the sewers to a treatment plant, but in the end it generates contamination. The hard work is to treat the hot water that generates the same result as they do in some plants in Mexico. The damage of cartridge and the total cleaning of a superface. Having the focus of the improvement opportunity based on the information provided, the following questions are asked. How could it be possible? You who have to have a good supply of cleaning equipment and they are almost always foreigners. You can even make a connection with the plants in Mexico to suggest the supply of steam cleaning equipment. Why are the plants in Mexico more advanced? Bimbo Mexico has everything from steams to car assembly companies, so they had a strong financing muscle in addition to the consumption of kites and braid is hitching. That is why they even have specialized lines for products while here they make several products per line. Here the business is great bakery due to the commercial agreements with which Bimbo arrived in Colombia. Trying to enter other lines of business is very complex because there is already a monopoly. Additional to verse 2, Human Development Index. Water, according to the HDI, with respect to water, raise infant mortality. Precise an element that plays a very important role in the health level of the population is the availability of drinking water. An aspect that is considered important is the climate characteristics of the province on study. Very high summer temperatures frequently cause high case desiccation affect the constituents. One of the main causes of mortality in the population born in early and very advanced years. On the other hand, the quality of the water provided to children is a factor of consideration since it is usually associated, along with aborted with intestinal infection, one of the main causes of infantile death. The HID is an important indicator of human development produced a year by United Nations. It is an indicator that, unlike those previously used to measure the economic development of country, analysis health, education, and income. It will all the countries according of the Human Development Index. Sustainable Development Goals. It's of the reason that CDG does is shows to represent the base mold of Grupo Bimbo is number 6. It tells about waters and importance in human, animal, and natural life. Based such an important, it must be baked in and consumed by masting of water for washing in the parish production part and can be used to be provided to planes of extreme poverty in sectors that do not rain for a reason. You have to be aware of the trend and use of water because while some industries had reached an expense of the people, millionaires do not think about natural resources and much less in the human life of people what do not consume their food as is the case of people in extreme poverty. ISO 14001 reading the ISO 14001 certificate to be able to raise the wash of water in plants in Colombia to lack of mature of the managers of organization. Certificate ISO 14001 and implementing an environment managed system repairs and investing of organization. Sign Altun is true and initially it involves a cost in the medium. There are many benefits in companies regards of that site, but on the ISO 14001 certificate is implement it as positive impact, cost reduction, improve profitability, improves the corporate image, generate prestige, generate market opportunity of the time, custom, and ways as preferred satisfaction. Conclusion. The chain that brings with is the wise of water and the business model that focus on a certain brand in another country is the different from the deployments of potash wash, poor water treatment, or the broad dough. For the reason is the recurrence that is very important that from now and companies and other production plants have the ISO 14001 certificate and not only for water but for the natural and sustainably reason that they breed with date as the bimbo growth at certain production points. Finally, it is important to mention that the business model for Bimbo company is totally adequate and viable. outlining the strategies and purposes that were made during the war, that what must be cared for from our homes and in production plans of the industries so that we can all have a long, healthy and defining life without thinking about the need to enrich or profit. Life is more important than money. Thank you.